What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Two Game Podcast. I am Matt Primo, joined by my brother from another mother, Christian Valencia.
What's up, everybody?
And we are back with episode 109. And this week we're going to talk a little bit of news. Okay. There's only like two newsworthy things that I really want to talk about this week. One of those being a trailer release. So we're going to talk about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The new trailer just came out. So we're going to spend a little bit talking about, my second favorite character of all time, Spider-Man. And then other than that, we're going to jump into our playlist. I know Christian played the beta for Diablo 4. So he's going to talk a little bit about that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. What was the other thing that we were going to talk about this week? I totally fucking forgot.
The Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. That's what it was. Christian just recently went to a local Comic-Con, and he's going to be talking about that this week as well.
Indeed.
Man. So I just spent, 30-ish minutes trying to change a tire. It is hot as balls outside.
It is. Unfortunately, it is. Yeah.
I got the swamp ass like a motherfucker right now. Really seals in the flavor. You know what I'm saying?
B's for bat.
B is for bat. A for Alfred.
World's greatest detective.
So if you are new to the Two Game Podcast, each and every week we are here to discuss anything and everything nerdy. Primarily games, but we're here to talk about anime, comic books, movies, whatever. If it is included in the nerd realm, we fucking talk about it. We also talk about music. Also, if you are listening to the audio format podcast, you can find us on YouTube. That's right. You can see us in all of our gloriousness, our beautiful faces on YouTube. So go search for us on YouTube. If you're listening to the audio format, there's a link to our YouTube for this particular podcast. And while you are there, go ahead and like, subscribe, do all that bullshit that everybody makes you do every time you go to YouTube, right? But also on YouTube, we are doing video content each and every week. I am currently in the process of doing Dead Space Remake. I am probably about halfway through that game. And then also I'm doing video reactions each and every week. It's been mostly music video reactions to songs I haven't heard of yet. Or if you're listening to this now, and we're going to be talking about Across the Spider-Verse, you will see my first time reaction to the trailer. And by the time you're listening to this or watching this, you can scroll through our YouTube and find that reaction as well. Fucking amazing trailer. Not to spoil our discussion in a little bit, sir, but it was fucking amazing.
It was, and I enjoyed it.
My PP enjoyed it very much. So all of that to say is we are moving on to bigger and better things, aka YouTube. We're trying to get fucking technical up in here. And hey, I don't want to pat myself on the back or anything like that, man. But I think I'm doing pretty good so far with the fucking thumbnails and shit like that. I am not an artistic person whatsoever. And I don't know. I'm not saying they're the best, but they're pretty decent with what I'm working with here, which is not much.
Right.
So all of that to say, welcome to the Two Game Podcast. We appreciate you joining us, appreciate you supporting us, whether that's by clicking on this video or supporting us by listening to the audio only format, or by going to patreon.com/2game. That is the number 2. Supporting us at any of those tiers gets you access to our Discord, and that's where we become creators/producers of all of our content. That's enough housekeeping, dude. Let's jump into it, okay?
That's enough housekeeping.
That's enough housekeeping, okay?
Indeed.
I'm not here to make money every 5 seconds. Let's talk about some fucking nerdy shit.
Right.
Let's start off with the big thing. Let's save our playlist kind of for the back end of the episode, and let's talk about the brand new trailer, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Before we even talk about the particular trailer in question here, okay, let's talk about whether we liked or loved, or you're wrong if you think this, if you hated Into the Spider-Verse.
Right.
So what did you think about that? The first movie in this
first one was
in this
amazing. I loved how they went with the animation. It was just perfect for Miles Morales' of introduction into the Spider-Verse, all of it. You know, I am kind of glad how the story started because I'm not really familiar with Miles Morales. I mean, I knew of him as a Spider-Man or Spider-Man, you know. Um, but I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was funny. I loved how he's different than all the other Spider-Mans. His name's not Peter.
Right.
But unfortunately he follows, spoiler, his uncle dies. Oh no. Who knew that was coming? But yet he has his parents. So I mean, he's still got that moral fortitude and learning, unlike Peter, who had nothing. So, I mean, but he also had Peter to learn from. Saw him at his lowest,
Peter B.
and saw him in
Parker.
his, huh?
Peter B. Parker.
That's right. The pizza Spider-Man.
He's so dope. I loved him as
I
Spider-Man.
love that. It's sweatpants, old sweatpants.
So yeah, I fucking loved the first one. I saw it with Logan in theaters, and we both absolutely loved it. I got the dope fucking steelbook to go along with it when it came out on DVD. Prized possession, sir. It is fucking sexy.
I can't with you. I just can't.
And like you said a second ago, the animation is absolutely incredible. It is one of, if not the best animated movies ever made. Like in terms of design and art style and whatnot like that, it is one of the best. Like I would have you put it up against anything and say, hey, is this better than so and so movie? Like, is this better than any Pixar movie in terms of animation? I would say yes.
Oh, I would agree with that.
Any anime movie out there, I would say yes. What?
I would probably go with a fighting chance with My Hero Academia, the two heroes.
I don't know. The art style, the style of it just puts it the top. Now,
I mean, it's its own anime. Yes, I can agree with that. But guess there was a lot of money, but I think My Hero had a lot more money involved in that movie.
Mm-hmm. To be fair,
To be fair,
I am a little biased.
I noticed.
So I cannot accurately comment on this.
I can't accurately depict my favorites.
But I absolutely love the first one. Loved it. And I've been wanting to watch it. And I honestly had kind of forgotten about the second one even coming out this year. And when the trailer came out, I was like, "Oh, bruh,
Right?
I need to save this. I need a mic and I need a camera." And it was legitimately, I know I don't want to put hyperbole on this, but it was one of the best trailers that I've ever seen. Like I put it up there with uh the Dark Knight Rises. Those are the two of the best trailers of all time. Sunshine, one of the best trailers of all time. I would put this right up there with them. Man of Steel. It's outside. It's not close to those, but I think that's still an amazing trailer in its own right. But I do think this was an amazing trailer. And if you are, like I said, watching or listening to this, just go ahead and click over, and click on that video for my reaction to it. Absolutely loved it, and I haven't reacted to a trailer in so long. Like, dude, I was smiling and laughing, and it's very hard to get me to do that with a trailer, but it hit me right in the fucking feels, man. And it was just a fucking trailer.
It was entertaining from what it showed, and it showed a lot of Spider-Man, lots and women, Spider-Man and women. But yeah, it showed a disgusting amount of Spider-Man.
So many Spider-Man and women.
Like there's a highway. There's like a little highway of Spider-Man. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Every suit you can think of. Fantastic.
You've seen the movie Boss Baby?
Yes.
Tell me the road, the connecting upside down roads and shit of Spider-Man, the hub,
Right,
is not Boss Baby, the little hub area where they all get shot out to their families at the very beginning of the movie? Or the
Oh yeah, yeah. That's yeah.
I'm like, bro, y'all straight up copied this shit.
Copy and paste that motherfucker. Reused.
Right. I was like, that's fucking Boss Baby, man. Which that's not a negative, by the way, because I
It's
fucking
not.
love Boss Baby. Boss Baby
That
is
is funny as shit.
the movie's fucking funny. So now that we've kind of gotten out of the way of how we feel about the first movie, let's talk about the trailer. Let's talk about what we want, what we think is going to happen in this second movie, which, by the way, the third movie comes out next year, and that is titled Beyond the Spider-Verse. So I'm assuming, because originally I think this was part 1 and part 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah, I would think so.
So something tells me, hey, you change the names of it, but it's just going to be a continuation of the story that starts in this one, which I'm fine with. I
love it.
I don't need it to end a certain way to be like, oh, I need this movie to stand on its own. If that was the case, then I would never watch Lord of the Rings.
That's fair. Or Star Wars.
Or Star Wars, right? But truth be told, can you watch Lord of the Rings as standalone movies? I think you can. But would you? You wouldn't.
No, you have to start from the beginning.
ADD moment here. They're releasing Return of the King into theaters for its 20th fucking anniversary, by the way.
Christ.
Dude, I remember seeing that shit in theaters.
I do. Yeah.
So they're re-releasing that movie. And I'm like, so people are just deciding to go see Return of the King by itself? I mean, don't get me wrong. Amazing movie. The second best movie in the trilogy. But who just...
They're going to watch it before they go. Don't play games. Don't play games there.
But come on. That takes away the feel of it if you're watching at home.
The OCD is going to kick in and they're going to run home and finish the third one.
This is true. So, anyways, back to Spider-Man. I am very excited for this movie. Like I said a minute ago, I think it is one of the best trailers of all time. The biggest thing in this trailer that I saw, and I was not expecting it. I was kind of expecting, I don't know, like we'll go with Shocker, the Vulture, whatever you want to say from his Rogues Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's what the villain was going to be, but that is not the case. Spider-Man is actually the villain in this movie.
Spider-Man against Spider-Man.
And they're all fucking pointing at each other. I'm like, yes.
Yes. He's a horrible teacher.
Right. So Spider-Man 2099 is supposedly the villain of the movie, but I'm not so sure that he's the villain, sir.
I don't think he wants him to be Spider-Man is my thing.
I think we have a Batman v Superman on our hands.
Oh no, he's going to turn invisible and shock the shit out of him.
What the?
Meatloaf! The Meatloaf!
Why'd you say that name?
Oh, God.
I think it's going to be Batman v Superman, where obviously the main conflict of the movie is Batman v Superman, or in this case, Spider-Man, Miles Morales versus Spider-Man 2099. But I think there's a villain in... I think we got a Senator Palpatine kind of villain going on here.
Senator Palpatine. That's fair.
From the original trilogy, not the sequel trilogy that sucked. The original.
No, we don't talk about that one, sir. That one is forbidden.
You're right.
It's like Solo. We don't talk about it.
Which, by the way, we're going to talk about Solo in just a few minutes. So you hold that little thought there, sir.
What are you talking about? What? I heard you about fucking Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. Why are you talking about Solo?
So, I don't even know where I was going with it. You took me off on Star Wars, and it just went.
Your rants are kicking in,
right? I'm so ADD. It's not even fucking funny. Oh yeah, Senator Palpatine. I'm curious if there is a villain behind the scenes, and maybe he doesn't get mentioned in this movie, maybe he just briefly shows up at the very end. But I think that is what they're going to go with, and I think that's going to be how it turns into two parts. it's Spider-Man 2099 versus Spider-Man Miles Morales for the majority of the movie. And then at the very end, this one villain, I don't know who the fuck, but he just comes in and he's either been pulling the strings of Spider-Man 2099, or maybe he's the one that's kind of, I don't know, bringing all the Spider, yeah, bringing all the Spider-Man into this one particular universe. I don't know.
Sounds like Kingpin.
He was in the first one, so I don't know if would they bring him back.
I don't know. You never know.
I'm trying to think of who would be smart enough to get all of this together. Doc Ock, just saying. But
maybe
she was also in the first movie too. So
that's a she, sir.
Yeah, so I said she. I changed. Okay. I corrected myself.
Okay. Make sure. I don't know.
I mean,
his is so ass backwards. Like, you just don't know what you're gonna get with Miles Morales, because all his timeline is so ass backwards.
Exactly. And I'm not super familiar with Miles, like you said.
I ain't either. Mm-mm.
I'm Peter Parker numero uno, man. That's number one for the uninitiated.
Unless it's all that what's that dude, Doctor the Wu guy from the game?
Oh, Mr. Negative.
Yeah, Mr. Negative. Yeah, it might be him. He's smart enough.
That'd be dope.
Just saying.
That'd be dope.
And it would be perfect for the color scheme of said movie.
I like the way you think.
I'm here. I'm here all day.
So let's talk about Miles Morales and specifically Spider-Man 2099. Okay, because I was watching the trailer and I was like, oh, dude, I don't know the name of that Spider-Man, but I fucking love getting that outfit in the fucking games. I'm always Spider-Man 2099, and I kind of left field, couldn't think of what the fucking Spider-Man was. But honestly, other than seeing the uniform or the suit, I didn't really know much about Spider-Man 2099.
Miguel O'Hara.
Do you know much about him?
Other than Miguel O'Hara, he travels a lot in time. He's kind of like Miles Morales. He kind of acquired the Spider-Man powers, kind of like in his own time. I don't know if he had a Peter Parker in his time. If he did, I don't think he was Peter. I don't think he was Spider-Man. I think he was the only Spider-Man. But yeah, he travels in time and, fights that kind of bullshit. It's quite complicated.
So here are the notes that I got. This is from IGN, so I don't want to be accused of coming up with this shit. Okay. You can go and read the article on IGN if you want to. But I wanted to write a lot of this down because, I mean, I didn't really know who he was other than Miguel O'Hara and his name. And that his fucking suit is one of the coolest Spider-Man suits ever. Just saying. So he's being played by Oscar Isaac in the movie, which I am not normally a fan of Oscar Isaac, especially and I don't mean to keep like bashing the Star Wars movies, but I thought he was terrible in Star Wars. Just saying. Y'all can think what you want. I thought he and his character was terrible in Star Wars. I think his voice acting in this particular trailer was really, really good.
I mean, if you don't have to act, all you gotta do is talk. I mean,
I don't know if I agree with that.
Maybe Jared Leto needs to take that.
Right.
Did you see he got voted the worst actor?
No.
Ever? Yeah, Jared Leto got worst actor.
No.
And they specifically used Morbius. That was the movie they based it off of. I was like, that's kind of rude. Like, you got to base it off of all his movies, not just Morbius.
All right. Just saying. I'm going to stick up for Jared Leto here. Okay.
I'm not saying Jared Leto's a bad actor by any means. He's not the greatest, but he is not bad.
He is definitely not the worst.
He's not the worst.
He's not. Like, guys, Dallas Buyers Club, he won an Oscar for that. Like, the dude was fucking great in that movie. Right. Blade Runner 2049, he was fucking great in that movie. Great.
I'm not saying he was not. I don't say that. I just saw that it was an article. I forgot what it was the article. I think it was on People. And it was like, oh, yeah, he's the worst actor. And they're like, oh, based off of Morbius. I'm like, are you like one movie? Are you freaking serious right now?
And you're using Morbius of all movies.
Like, I mean, he would be a horrible actor in that movie. Yeah.
There was
It was
nothing.
horrible.
Nothing was saving that movie.
No.
Nothing.
You could have had every actor in that motherfucker and it's still been shit.
Hell, even the Venom movies suck.
It did suck.
Like you can't say Tom Hardy's a shitty actor because those movies suck.
No.
I mean, let's be completely honest here. Chris Hemsworth was a part of one of the worst MCU movies, Thor: The Dark World. I don't think he's the worst actor ever. I'm just saying.
That's because he's hot.
Halle Berry, Catwoman.
Ugh.
Okay, I'm very much exaggerating this because I don't even know if this is going to prove my point. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine Origins. That movie's fucking terrible. His acting is really good for the most part in that movie. I mean, it's the worst out of the all the movies that he's in.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But in terms of the movie itself, worst movie ever. But you wouldn't consider him a bad actor. That dude is fucking great in everything. Again, full disclaimer, I am a Hugh Jackman dick rider. So there you go.
You are. I've seen
it. Oh, bro, that video make the internet?
Oh, no, sir. I've been to your house.
Yes. I creeped through the window.
That's not weird.
All right. So ADD. Let's bring it back in. So I'm gonna read off these notes because I don't want to mess anything up. Okay. So
Right.
Miguel O'Hara, he's from obviously the year 2099. It's a dystopian cyberpunk version of Miles' reality. He is the head of a genetics program at the Alchemax Corporation, which hopes to create a new generation of superhumans that are loyal to the company. He gets blackmailed by his boss, Tyler Stone, and ends up rewriting his own DNA. And bing, bang, boom, he becomes Spider-Man. He has no spider sense, which when I got into this part, I was like, I just thought they were all the same in terms of the Spider-Man, but that's not the case.
I mean, look at Miles.
That's true. Very true. He has no spider sense, but he can see in the dark, and he supposedly has venomous fangs as well, which is kind of dope. So I hope that's
cool.
There. He is a loner and a jerk, which we've kind of gotten that clue from them.
You don't say.
From the trailer, I got the idea that he obviously wants to save the multiverse, but apparently there's somebody in Miles' life that he wants to save him rather than the multiverse. So that's going to be kind of the crux, the kind of the whole plot between these two characters and across the Spider-Verse, which I think is a fantastic storyline. I am so excited to explore that story. God damn, fucking some kind of bug went on me.
Oh,
That I had a seizure.
I had a seizure.
So I am very much excited to explore this story in this movie because one of the things about Spider-Man in general is he can never have it all. I mean, that's kind of the main focal point of the Sam Raimi trilogy. That is the pretty much the huge focal point in No Way Home as well. He basically has to rewrite everybody's memory and they forget him, and he chooses not to remind them of who he is at the end. And that to me is why I love Spider-Man so much. He is always choosing other people. And you can say other heroes are like that, but I disagree. I disagree because a lot of superheroes are one, adults, so they got to make tough decisions. Miles is a fucking kid. Peter, for the most part, in a lot of comics and games and whatnot, he is a kid making these tough decisions. And that to me is just one of the best things about Spider-Man in general. And I love that they're making that kind of the huge focal point of this movie. It seems, anyways. So the question is, who I think it's obvious, but I just wanted to see your opinion. Who do you think Miles wants to save?
His dad.
I think it's
or
his dad.
Peter. Or Peter. Either one.
But he in the trailer
or Gwen. So one of those three. One of the three.
Gwen. Ooh.
Love interest.
Ooh.
I'm gonna drop that right there.
I would actually rather Spider-Gwen rather than his dad.
I would love that too, but I have a feeling it's gonna be his dad because his dad's such a huge part. His mom, how often do you see her?
Not very
In the
often.
first one, you saw like what, a minute, 2 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
the whole movie. His dad played a huge part.
I thought it was funny how the dude was struggling in Spanish. When he fucking speaks Spanish.
That's fair.
His fucking
That's
mom's like, bro, really?
well, well.
So yeah, I think it's either gonna be his dad. I'm probably leaning towards dad. I kind of want Spider Gwen though. I think that'd be pretty cool. She wasn't in the trailer a whole lot.
Mm-mm.
I don't think it's gonna be Peter B. Parker
I
because
don't think so either, but
the potential is there.
his potential is there because he shows up. Like, I mean, it shows up in the trailer. I mean, he's there. It's not, can't not dismiss him.
So
Or maybe, oh, hold on, more maybe, um, Spider-Man 2099 saw that Miles may take him out,
and he's
and then
just
he's gonna,
retaliating beforehand.
yep, because he can see it and Miles can't, so he's gonna fix it before it comes to the head, as they say.
Oh, that's a funny thing about Spider-Man. There is a similarity here between him and the Flash. The Flash is always trying to fucking save time.
Right.
He always fucking it up. I think Spider-Man does a better job at it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So yeah, I'm interested in that for sure. So that brings the question, sir. If there's not a main villain, let's say there's not a main villain for this movie, and it's just Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
What if Spider-Verse or Spider-Man Civil War?
Oh, I'm okay with this. I'll allow it.
Just all the Spider-Man pick sides, and they just go on a huge battle. That would be so fucking dope.
And catastrophic.
You're right. I mean, Spider Pig.
The multiverse would definitely fucking fall.
Could you imagine like Spider Pig fighting like any of the
Spider
other
Noir.
Spider-Man? Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also this other little tidbit that maybe the overarching villain are the Inheritors, which I've never heard of them, but apparently they devour Spider-Man across multiple Spider-Verses. So that's an option. Maybe that's why he's trying to save everything. Oh man, all the fucking Spider-Man are getting eaten. Let's go fucking save the world.
Indeed.
So yeah, y'all go look all those up. Look up on Wikipedia and shit like that. The Inheritors, Beyond the Spider-Verse is the next movie, comes out next year. We've got Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. So I got lots and lots of reading to do. I need to buy some fucking Spider-Man comics. For a huge Spider-Man fan that I am,
you have none.
I have none. Have none.
So while we're talking about trailers, have you seen the Blue Beetle trailer?
I have not because I'm going to react to it. So I'm saving it.
Sorry. I'm gonna leave this to here. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I am actually really fucking intrigued into this.
Oh.
It looks so good. And there's a little part in there you're gonna text me when you're finished. You can be like, bruh. Bruh.
This is sexy.
Let me put it this way. It's a FF little toss out there. Little Final Fantasy. Little toss out there, Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And it was funny because the Blue Beetle even agrees with it. So I'm like, done. Done. I want it.
I want
it right now.
I want to see it now.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah,
I think it's like 2 minutes, if that.
Yeah, I plan on doing a reaction video to that as soon as I finish this.
Yeah, I expect text message.
Because I've been wanting to watch it. Been wanting to watch it for sure. All right. Let's jump into the last news segment before we jump into our playlist. And that is, I guess it's not news, but it's more so just coming back to the forefront of news in general. And that is Lando Calrissian Disney Plus series. Donald Glover. What do you feel? How do you feel about this, sir? I posted this on the Discord.
I don't think it's warranted, to be honest with you.
I posted this on the Discord earlier, and honestly, Sir Nicholas out there, Nickelback, he did not fucking comment on it, and I'm highly disappointed in him.
I am very highly disappointed in that. You would think he'd be like second, maybe third.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the same boat as you. I don't think a Lando series is needed. I don't think it's wanted.
Mm-mm.
Honestly, and this is why I told you to hold that little nugget of Solo. I honestly don't want any part of that movie ever again. Like, I don't want the characters. Like, yes, he was a good Lando in the movie. Okay. He was probably the only good thing in that movie.
Yeah.
But I still don't want, like, that's like saying you're putting, I don't know, like a steak on a shit sandwich. The steak still tastes like shit. So Donald was good in a shit movie. It's still shit. So I don't
know. Saving it. There was no saving it.
So I don't really want a Lando series whatsoever. Hell, they're struggling doing Mandalorian and making that shit interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of boring right now.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
I did. Well,
I don't know what the fuck that was.
That was Siri, sir. Siri talking shit.
I don't know. My computer's like acting the fuck up tonight, man. Like that. I don't want to say the name because she might pop up on my computer again. But that popped up. Fucking the audio cut out. Fucking some kind of fucking bug on my fucking leg.
Some kind of bug on my fucking leg. I'm done with this shit.
So yeah, I don't want a Lando series. I don't think it's needed. I don't think it's wanted. I don't know what stories you could tell to make it interesting.
I'm all for maybe doing do Luke's as a kid between when he was adult. Let Wedge come back. I fucking love Wedge. You know?
I mean, that'd be
shooting fucking womp rats. I mean, show me some shooting some fucking womp rats. Show me what that fuck is that.
I'm of the mindset that we should be getting away from the Skywalker saga.
I agree.
The timeline.
Or
let's get away from it. Let's not talk about Darth Vader. Let's not talk about Palpatine. Let's not talk about the First Order or the Empire or whatever the fuck. Like, get out of it. For the love of God, can we tell a story that is away from this fucking universe?
Go into Legends. It doesn't have to be canon. There's so much in Legends that you could play with. Or fucking go find Mace Windu. He's somewhere. Bring that Samuel motherfucking Jackson back. Where the fuck's he at?
I'm back, motherfuckers.
Right?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Right? Like, fucking find his shit. Or do Knights of the Old Republic. Make a show out of that. It's a game, yes. But how often do you make Tomb Raider, fucking Pokemon? How many fucking movies you made? How many shows you've made out of that?
Mm-hmm.
You can do Knights of the Old Republic. That has nothing to do with fucking Vader. It has something to do with Lord Raven. Revan's fucking sexy.
Yeah,
that dude's a savage.
I've read some things. He's
fantastic. He's fantastic.
So, yeah, that's just my opinion, man. I think we should get like we run this well dry of the Skywalker era. Maybe, I mean, Mace Windu is probably the only thing that I can think of that I would somewhat enjoy another series of from this time period.
Right.
Now, granted, I will accept a season 2 from Obi-Wan. Now, granted, I don't think we need a season 2 whatsoever. I don't think we need it, but I would gladly accept it. And I don't think they could make it interesting for 6 to 8 episodes.
No.
Knowing that they've already had their battle with Darth Vader, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think you have to go before. I think you have to go back, way back. Go before all of this. Go before. I mean, Yoda's fucking young or some shit. I don't know. Whatever the fuck.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Just get away from the Star Wars, from the Skywalker saga.
Bring on some other Jedi shit. I mean, how often have you seen trailers from the other video games that look like fucking movies? Like, I want that. That fighting looks fantastic. This other shit, no. It looks like fucking two infants trying to beat each other with a stick. Like, bad kitty. Bat. Right? It's like, come on, man. Where's the fighting? Like, the only fighting came from Obi-Wan when it came back, and it was eh. And then you had episode 3, where the fighting was fantastic. Fantastic.
Oh,
Bring that back. Bring not like that fight, but bring that kind of energy into lightsaber fights.
yes.
Like, I want that. I want to be like, that was fucking badass. Right there.
Just do something different. And I think that's the biggest issue with Star Wars. They're so afraid of doing something different. Now I'm not saying do fucking Last Jedi different, okay? We don't fucking need that.
No.
Do something that's good.
Right.
Like I would. There are two things I would be okay with this current Skywalker saga: Mace Windu prequel, him going through the ranks or whatever the fuck how he became a Jedi Master, or Kylo Ren. I would be okay with how he got to Kylo Ren.
Okay, I'd be all right with that.
Now, granted, you're gonna have to bring Luke Skywalker back into the mix. So the question is, will Mark Hamill do that? I don't know. But those are really the only two stories that I really want from that era. Everything else, just go to fuck away. Go to fuck
Right.
away.
Go to Legends. Go to Legends.
Do something different. Okay. Kathleen Kennedy, I know you're fucking watching this podcast. Okay. I know you're watching right now. I'm gonna need you to listen to me. Because honestly, you should just let me, Christian, Eric, and Nick make all your decisions for you. We'll make some cool shows that everybody will love.
Would be fantastic.
So yeah, that's it for news, guys. I just wanted to bring out the Lando Calrissian series news, just because it was something I brought up on the Discord, which you can get access to by going to patreon.com/2game. It's just, I feel like Star Wars is in this. Star Wars should be one of the best franchises, best series ever.
Or bring. We talking about Star Wars, but I mean Star Trek. What happened to all that? Those movies.
Yeah, they fell off the face of the earth, didn't they?
They felt like after that second movie, gone.
Yeah, there's a third.
They put out that show, and that show is crap. So I mean, I think it was Picard. I think it was called.
Oh, I thought that show was good.
I saw like the first 2 episodes, and I was like,
I think Discovery was good. One of those shows is really good, from what I heard.
I don't have time for all that. Give me.
I'm not a huge Star Trek guy. I mean, I like the 2 movies that
I'll watch it, but
yeah. All right, sir. Let's jump into. Actually, before we do the news, let's talk about your Comic-Con experience recently.
So I went to St. Tammany Comic-Con, which is in St. Tammany Parish, on April 1st. No, it's not April Fools or anything like that. It was on April 1st, 2nd at the Pelican Park in Mandeville. So when I walked in there, I did not expect it to be as big as it, as it was. Shout out. Chicks You a Coke. Yes. Rapid fire. Anyway, it was actually like 4 rows back to front. Flat full. Like, parking was hard to find. Like, it was a decently choreographed Comic-Con. There wasn't no fucking long ass line to get in. They were fucking beep, 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 gone. It was a little pricey for 4 of us. So 3 kids and an adult. It was like $60, $70 for the weekend.
Oh, that's not bad, I guess.
It's for what they had there. It should not be that. It shouldn't be that. They did have a lot of collectibles. A lot. Let's see. Let's see if this will show. Let's see.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show my
face it. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
A White Ranger action.
So yeah, this is 20th anniversary. I paid what, $40 for that. So, and then I got the Comic-Con exclusive one. This is from 2014. Black Ranger Armored.
Oh, that's so sexy.
Right. Paid $45 for that.
For the audio listeners, you should be watching this on YouTube, by the way.
Indeed. For paid 45, paid $95 for all the above.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at prices and it exceeds that by a lot. You can't find the Comic-Con exclusive anymore. They don't make it. They made two. They made the Red Ranger with the armor and the Black Ranger with the armor. Unfortunately, the dude sold the red one before I even got there.
Oh,
So pissed off because I was like, come on.
I bet that red one looks sexy.
I've seen it online and it looks so good. Like these are very detailed action figures. Like the feet move perfect. Like the feet where the your toes are, they move up and down. The whole foot doesn't do this. Everything moves. You can pose them any way you need to, and they'll stay. They're pretty high quality. And then my brother-in-law, I'm sorry, his wife, me. Let's see if I can get that on there. Made me that pixelated Bulbasaur evolution. Yeah, it is sexy as shit. And fucking y'all can suck my ass. Venusaur will fucking beat everybody.
I think this is the perfect time to bring it up, sir.
I didn't have a sticker to put on there and I didn't want to mess it up, so I left it up. But yeah.
I told Christian that he needed to put like a little plaque or something.
Geralt could suck it. Geralt could suck this dick.
Slayer of Geralt.
Yes. Suck it, Eric.
For those people that have no idea what we're talking about the most controversial moment in all of podcast history. Okay, am I using hyperbole here? I am not. Okay, this is the most controversial moment ever. We had you can actually go back because it was one of our first few episodes. It was the greatest video game character tournament of all time. We did it in March Madness style. And in the rounds, Geralt versus Venusaur, and we chose Venusaur beating Geralt because he's a tank.
He is a tank, literally.
And literally everybody disagrees with us, but you know what? Go fuck yourselves.
Well, hey, it's not like he won the whole fucking tournament. Like I'd be understanding if you're like, oh, he won the whole tournament. Someone's biased. I understand that. Sephiroth beat everyone.
He did.
Like I saw this funny meme the other day, and it was like a phone call between like it was the Predator versus Sephiroth, but the Predator called the hotline saying, "Hey, I need to identify this villain." He's like, so he starts describing him. I'm like, that's Sephiroth. Like before he even says it, and he goes, "You should run." Does he have one black wing? He's like, yeah, you should run. How would I feed him? You can't. I was like, see, other people agree.
Proven by science, sir.
Indeed. Can't win. Just run if you can.
Well, that's some good gets right there, sir. The
Indeed,
two fingers in the that little picture. That's pretty fucking dope.
Like I said, I felt nostalgic in there, to be honest with you. Haven't seen a lot of these toys that I played with when I was, 5, 6. Some of the Star Wars X-Wings that I haven't seen, like I had. Ninja Turtles. You remember the big Ninja Turtles are about yay big, and they only like moved like this, and their legs moved. Yeah, I haven't seen one of those since I was probably 5. They had all 4 of them. I was like, oh, do I want it? I don't want it. But I do want it. But I don't want it. It was bad. It was so bad. I was like, I'm gonna stick to my $100 I just spent.
Man, I wish I could find some OG Ninja Turtle action figures, bro.
So they had them there.
Mm-hmm.
They had the original from the movies. Oh yeah, still in box, mint in box, all 4 of them from the second movie. Oh, dude, they were so perfectly preserved. I think they were like $40 each.
Oh,
I was like,
hashtag worth it.
oh,
Hashtag worth it.
oh, dude, it was, and then they were like tucked in a corner, like you wouldn't have known unless you went into the little stall and looked. They had cards. Everywhere had cards. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, a lot of Magic. Alex Lopez was there selling his Star Wars stuff, his collectibles. Oh. Yeah, he was there. He had a stall.
I know he had Star Wars stuff. I mean, I knew he's.
Yeah, dude, he's got a disgusting amount of Star Wars stuff. He had like a whole table full, rack full of Star Wars stuff he was selling.
Damn,
like vintage shit, not like all in box. Everything in box.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I would go again. Like I said, one day is enough. I probably walked around there like 60 times. I had 3 kids to, fucking. They had Austin St. John there, the original OG Red Ranger.
Ooh.
He was there. Shook his hand. I was like, ha, everywhere.
Never watched it again.
So I met him. They had door giveaways. They had all kinds of stuff in there. It was actually a well put on Comic-Con. Is it big as like Wizard World and San Diego? No, but for a local Comic-Con, it was actually pretty decent.
Well, fuck, I'm gonna have to go next year.
Yeah, we'll definitely go next year.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to our playlist, sir.
Indeed.
It's been a couple weeks since I talked to you. Now,
Indeed.
for those that have watched like last week's episode, look, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all guys. My playlist hasn't really changed since then. What have you been watching, sir?
So I actually started some new animes. Both of them are going to be amazing. Of course, they're titled like 6 pages long, but each title's got to have like 6 sentences.
Yeah.
So the first one is I got a cheat skill in another world and became an unrivaled in the real world. Like I said, I don't know where they come up with these titles. But so this kid, big fat kid, gets bullied, blah, blah, blah. Grandpa dies, gives him the house. So he gets bullied one time, goes and starts punching the mirror in the bathroom. Punches the wall opens up. Finds this hidden room, he thinks it's like just costumes and stuff like that. Little did he know that it's like unrivaled items from this world that he didn't know about. So he goes into this world, nobody can go into it but him. So this big red demon comes up and starts trying to beat on the house. But there's like a force field, so he can't get in. So he throws one of these spears that are like, OP, fucking one shots this fucking dude. Gets all his power. He automatically goes from level 1 to, I think it's 200, 100, something like that.
Ah, damn.
So then he comes back home. The items he gets turns into real money when he leaves. So he can literally stay in the world, leave, cash out real money. Well, Zen, because he's in Japan, pops out, and that's his currency. He goes into this, transformation while he sleeps. Dude, ripped. Whole 9 yards. Pretty boy, But the story it's there. The story's there. For one episode, the story's there. They set it up perfectly. There's some other ones I wanted to watch, but I don't know. There's like Blue Lock I've been watching. Let's see. There's one more. By the Grace of Gods. That one came out, season 2. My Hero Academia. I rewatched that season again because the voice acting on that last episode, bruh.
I haven't seen the newest episode.
No, I haven't seen. I've seen it, but I don't care. That last episode, you know,
You don't care.
when they fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that episode's just. I could watch that all day. That is just amazing. Other than that, I mean, I've been watching Vinland Saga 2. Season 2 came out. That one's pretty good. And Campfire Cooking it's one of those, it's a hearty show.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to watch, but the plot's stupid. Like, he pretty much cooks and feeds this Fenrir that he, found, that's supposed to be like the legendary Fenrir that's OP, and he he just goes around and fucking killing shit so he can cook for him. It's pretty entertaining, but yeah. Other than that, I haven't really watched anything else.
I have watched one movie, and that was Avatar 2. Granted, that took me 3 hours to watch that motherfucker, but I watched it. I loved it, and I haven't finished it yet, but I have like 20 minutes left in the movie Psycho. I'm talking 1960
Oh,
Psycho.
oh, okay. You have my attention.
So this is my first time ever watching it. It's on Netflix right now. Y'all can go check it out. I feel like I can't call myself a horror fan if I've never seen what has been claimed as one of the best horror movies of all time, right?
Right.
One, the score is the score is so good. It's just amazing to me at some of the things that happens in this movie that happens nowadays. We call it cliche, we call it tropes. Like, oh my God, that fucking happens in every single horror movie. And we just get kind of desensitized to it. But when you think about it, this movie started it all. The stabbing noise?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking movie. Just
The shower scene.
shower scene.
Everybody knows the shower scene.
Actually, I had never seen it before.
No? No, but you've heard about it. You've heard. I guarantee you've heard about it.
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm really, really enjoying it. I wasn't expecting. I mean, it's not your horror like it is nowadays. It's
right.
It's fucking 1960s. Okay, so you gotta understand that
that shit was scary back then, bro.
Exactly. So, yeah, man, I'm really, really loving that movie. And I just need like 20, 30 more minutes left in it. But that's really all I've watched. I haven't had a chance to watch anything else, and it's kind of depressing, honestly. I'm really trying to finish Fire Emblem Engage. Like, I don't think y'all understand how I'm trying to power through this motherfucker.
It makes me sad for you.
I have 2 chapters left. Fucking 2 chapters. That's all I need.
That's it. That's all you need.
What have you been listening to?
So I listened to some Pursuit of Violence. Some Breaking Benjamin, obviously, because I'm getting ready for that concert next month. Did you see the lineup for that?
No.
I don't know if I sent it to you or not. Anyway, yeah. Listen to some more I Prevail, some Lost for from Linkin Park, OP, I like that song. I like that fucking song. You kiss my ass.
It's better than the new one.
Huh? That's fair. That's fair. I can't argue that.
Hey, did you know I did a reaction video to that brand new song that just came out? What the fuck was it called?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I haven't listened to it.
Something fucking stupid.
Something fucking stupid.
I reacted to it, and that shit got fucking copyrighted. Like, I can't post it.
Wow.
Yeah, I fucking edited a video, spent like 45 minutes editing it and doing a thumbnail and all that bullshit. And yeah, they said this company, Warner Brothers, doesn't allow this shit. I'm like, bro, come on, man. You know what? That's okay. I'm not gonna do anything else at the mainstream. I'm just gonna go to these run-of-the-mill metalcore bands who don't give a fuck. They just want the exposure.
Right.
and I've had no issues. But do a Linkin Park song, and Jesus fucking Christ, man!
Oh god, yeah, that's
Like,
about right.
I was kind of getting back into y'all. I was kind of forgiving y'all for some of the stupid shit that y'all were saying over the years, and I'm back. I'm back to being a hater.
Here it is. I'm a hater. Hater again. Haterade.
This is why I hold grudges.
You don't ever forget it either. Never forget.
I will not forget this. So I've been listening to Currents. They are, oh my god, so fucking good, so fucking good. I'm so ready for their album that comes out next month. It's not even fucking funny. It's so hard not to listen to their new music. So hard. I will go on record and say this. So they have 2 albums that are out right now. They have an EP that's out, and this will be the 3rd album that's coming out in May. I don't know of a band that has improved so much from one album to the next in terms of sound and quality. I don't know of a band that's better. Because you listen to it, you're like, yeah, this is good, but the quality kind of fucking sucks. If we're being honest, like, like in comparison to the next album, this is kind of dog shit. But full disclaimer, the album that I'm talking about, the way it ends, is 5 stars to me. Like GOAT tier style fucking record here. Okay. So not much is going to be able to touch that, period. So I just think they just made a huge jump in quality from one album to the next. And I'm so fucking excited to listen to this new album just for that sole reason in itself. Been listening to some Crystal Lake as well. And Invent Animate, been listening to them. So good. The album. Heavener is so good. They're one of the bands that I sent you and you haven't listened to because you're a dick. But I digress.
Someone's bitter.
Been listening to some Periphery as well. Went back and listened to some August Burns Red, greatest album of all time. Constellations, Don't At Me. Spirit Box, been listening to them. And as everything unfolds, been listening to them, preparing myself for their next album. Really fucking excited for them as well. They are metalcore Paramore, just in case that strikes y'all's fancy out there. But yeah, lots and lots of music. If I have a free minute, I am listening to music. So there we go.
That's fair.
Playlist playing for me this week. Fire Emblem Engage. Like I said, I have 2 more chapters left. I'm hoping I will have this done by next week, and I can give you all a final score on it. I'm kind of leaning towards 7.5.
Wow.
I think it's fun. I think, but there's just not a lot of depth there, guys. And yeah, right. That's fair. That's fair. I like that one. Yeah, I may be a little harsh with 7.5, but the game just kind of wanes as it kind of goes further into it. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that for next week's episode. When I'll try to give you my final thoughts on that. You have been playing Diablo 4.
I have.
What did you fucking think of it?
Oh, bro, it looks so good. It looks so good. The downside, trying to log into that motherfucker the day of was hours, let's say. Like you log in, it go in, you get cycle, and then it would drop you because they timed out. So then you go right back into the queue and rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
When you finally get in,
Shut up.
to be fair.
To be fair.
You get to pick your characters. The Necro, the Rogue, Sorcerer, Barbarian. I went Barbarian, of course, you know. It's one of those
Not a bad
things.
choice.
I like the fighting scheme. I dislike that it doesn't really tell you how to go about your weapons. So you have, like Diablo 2, you have 2 different set of weapons depending on the skill. So you'll have like an item shop, you'll have your weapons in the middle, and then you have 2 weapons that are two-handed on the right and left. Depending on the skill is what weapon you use. They don't tell you that, hey, you stay with that weapon when you start fighting like regular hits. So you hit with a two-handed, that's what you're using is the two-handed. The fighting is awesome. There's a lot of the same monsters like the Fallen from Diablo 3, 2, the one that revives that motherfucker's back to, the fucking aggravating ass motherfuckers. You have a dodge skill now. You can use it every now and then. So you can literally, when they use a big attack, push it, dodge. You can use it every like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, something like that. So there are some people that I pretty much broke the game. The rogue can solo certain bosses that are not meant to be soloed at that level. And then the sorceress can literally teleport as far as your screen is big enough. So depending on how big so if you play it on your big ass 70-inch TV, you can cross one time, no problem. Not like you used to, but you had to. No, it was one big. The necromancer is the corpse ability is OP. You blowing up corpses, kills and slaughters everything. It is fantastic. The graphics are fantastic. The audio is fantastic. You jump right into the game. You're met with like a lot of betrayal, gore. There's a lot of gore. God, is there a lot of gore? It's fantastic. I was having a wonderful time.
There's so much blood.
There was so much blood. Looting is fun. As soon as you beat the first little intro missions, you go into the big city, and that's where everyone is. So if you got some shitty internet, there's gonna be some slowness because everybody is in town, and that's when you start having the PvP PvE environment. So you can literally leave, and everybody will be fighting world bosses. They have world bosses now that requires like 8 people to fight. Like I told you, those rogues and the necromancers broke the game. They solo them.
Soloed it.
Yeah, they solo the shit out of them. It's just nasty to watch. Because the world bosses will one hit you. If that makes it any harder for you, shout out.
Makes it hard for me.
You should have definitely played. It was fun.
Dude, I was so fucking mad that I didn't.
I downloaded it for PlayStation 5 and the PC, so I got on both ends. Shout out. I like the PC a little better. There's a lot more available of just buttons, because PlayStation's you're only down to what, like 10 buttons you can use.
Yeah.
And half of them are not unusable for certain things because they're linked to the PlayStation. I mean, I got a keyboard. I can link all kinds of stuff. Would I recommend it? Oh yeah. If you love Diablo and playing all those, I would recommend that in a heartbeat. They'll fix the stuff that's wrong with it by the time it comes. Shout out. The game is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like dark, gory, just death everywhere. It's fantastic.
Everything you want in a Diablo game.
Exactly. And it's not that bright like Diablo 2 was. You know how bright that was? It's just dark, gloomy. Something a dungeon crawler you would think would have. Yeah.
I'm so ready for it.
The skill trees are so different. Like, the old ones they branch off and whatever. They branch, have like a flower-ish, look. And then they branch off to something else. Okay. It's like the skill, it's huge.
Why, thank you.
Oh, you never heard that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very complex, but yet simple. So I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I had downloaded the beta. I had signed in and was about to hit the queue, and I forgot what happened. I don't know if it was like family stuff I had to deal with or what the case was, but now I was like, you know what? Just gonna turn it off. I'm gonna be able to play it for maybe like 10 seconds, and I'm not even gonna do it. So
10 seconds would have been enough.
Got
It's enough for you normally. It's enough for you normally, sir.
That's fair. You got me on that one. But yeah,
You
dude,
should have done like that meme, sir. Just pushed all the kids and the wife out. I need you gone. An hour, just an hour. That's all I need.
I think I had to record Dead Space. I think that's what I ended up having to play.
Meh.
Yeah. Fuck you. Dead Space remake is good.
So is Diablo, which was only a beta, sir.
I had to make a deadline, sir. I had deadlines.
My statement stands.
You
You could have recorded yourself playing Diablo. And suck it.
Tomato.
You're dumb.
All right. Well, yeah, y'all let us know on the comment section on YouTube. Go to our Facebook page, whatever you prefer, and let us know what you think about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2099. Let us know what you think about Lando Calrissian TV series. What you think about Diablo 4? Did you play it? Let us know in the comment section. Let's jump into our weekly recommendation. What do you recommend to these fine people, sir?
I recommend that long fucking named anime. I'm just not gonna fucking say it again. Actually, I'm gonna say it again. I got cheat skill in another world. Just type that. It's just easier that way. You don't need the fucking long-winded bullshit. There's only one episode. It's on Toro.to. So I'm sorry, Zoro.to. Zoro.to. It's subbed right now, not dubbed yet. Eventually it'll happen, but it's worth a watch.
You know, I had a weekly recommendation of Into the Spider-Verse, but just for people that hadn't seen it. But I'm gonna change it up. Kind of talking briefly about Psycho makes me want to recommend that movie to everybody out there. It's on Netflix right now, so if you have a Netflix account, go check it out. It's like an hour and 45 minutes long, I think. So it's a little bit longer of a movie for it being in the 1960s, but it's still pretty good, and it's just something you have to see. You know,
Right.
I hate that it took me fucking 32 years to see it, but here we are. Okay, I'm doing what the hand I was dealt. To be fair, it was a pain in the ass to find that movie. You can't find it digitally. It just happened to be up on Netflix. I was like, huh.
Winning.
So yeah, go check that out, guys, and let us know in the comments what you think about Psycho. Well, sir, I appreciate you joining me, and
I love being here, sir.
and I hope you come back from space.
Oh no,
I'm falling,
baby, come back.
baby, come back. But guys, that is going to be it from us. We appreciate y'all joining us. Again, if you want to consider supporting us, go to patreon.com/2game. That is the number 2. Support us at any of those tiers, and you get access to exclusive podcasts, exclusive content. So go check us out. We appreciate y'all joining us, and we will catch y'all next time on another episode. Laters.
Later.